Alice, can I talk to you right now? Do you have a moment?
Sure, what's up, Riley?
We're having an important gathering at our place soon. I need you to handle everything. Cooking, cleaning, shopping, all of it. That's your job, isn't it?
Next weekend? But it might be tough for me to handle everything by myself.
That's why you're here, because we're busy. Are you trying to say you're useless? Or are you admitting you can't pull your weight?
That's not what I meant. I just thought, if it's going to be a big event, maybe it would be better to hire a professional.
Excuse me? A professional? Who's going to pay for such a ridiculous expense? You married into this family, so it's only natural that you do it.
I know, but could you at least give me specific details about the event?
Jesus! Do I really need to explain it to you? It's simple. Make the living room spotless, like a model home, and serve a luxurious gourmet-style meal. If you embarrass our guests, there will be consequences.
Gourmet-style meal? I don't think I could possibly prepare something like that.
Oh, really? Are you saying you can't do it? If you can't, then leave this house. We're not paying you to be here, you know.
Leave? How can you say that?
Do you even understand your position here? Do you expect us to be grateful to you? If you can't fulfill your role as a wife, there's no value in your presence.
It's not about gratitude or anything like that. It's just, there's a limit to what I can do.
A limit? Stop acting so spoiled. Saying it's too much for just one person? You're absolutely useless.
But even my living expenses are stretched thin. It's so hard to make ends meet.
Oh? Are you saying we're cheap or something? You're so shameless. You should be grateful you can live here without a job.
That's not what I meant.
Whatever. Oh, and make sure to prepare my clothes too. Wash and iron them perfectly. And of course, check my accessories and shoes as well.
Do I actually have to go through all of that?
Obviously. Do you have any idea how much effort we put into accepting you here? If you can't do it, well, you better be ready for the consequences.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Oh, and one more thing. Before my friends arrive, make sure to weed the garden. I don't care how long it takes. Hey, Alice, where are you right now? You're seriously useless, you know that? Why are you so slow? How long does it take to go shopping?
I'm so sorry. The thing is, the cream donuts you wanted were sold out at the usual store, so I'm looking at another store right now. It's taking me longer than expected.
What? Do you have any idea how much I was looking forward to those donuts? And now you're telling me they're sold out? You should have done something about it, like asking the staff to hold them for you ahead of time.
I'm sorry. I did try asking, but they said they don't do holds. I didn't have many options at that moment, so I figured I'd check out another store.
I can't believe you. You're always missing something, always so useless. I only tolerate you because you're Liam's wife. If not for that, you'd have been kicked out ages ago.
I'm sorry, but I just can't find them anywhere. I tried looking at other stores too, but they're sold out everywhere.
Fine, just come back. I'm so irritated, but whatever. If you have time to waste doing useless stuff, hurry up and start dinner. And don't even think about being late.
Okay, but since I'll be taking the bus from where I am now, it might take a little while.
What? Why aren't you using a car? As Liam's wife, you should always have a car ready to take care of the family, no matter the situation.
Liam is using the car for work, so I had no choice but to take the bus today. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable! That's way too slow. For heaven's sake, just take a taxi. I don't even want to hear about it taking longer.
I'm sorry. It's just that I don't have any cash for a taxi right now.
Seriously? You're 24, aren't you? And you don't even have taxi money?
Well, I quit my job when I got married to focus on housework. So I only use the money my husband gives me, but it's a little tight.
What did you just say? Are you implying Liam is cheap or something?
No, that's not what I meant.
Who do you think you have to thank for being able to live without working?
That's true, but with the amount I'm getting now, I can't do anything.
You don't need to do anything. I mean, are you seriously complaining to us? Don't you have any gratitude? You should be thankful we're keeping a high school dropout like you around as a housekeeper.
It's not that I'm ungrateful, but...
Someone like you, a high school dropout with no parents, should consider it a miracle to even have a decent life. And yet, thinking you can live an even better private life, that's beyond arrogant.
You don't have to go that far.
Just hurry up and come back. Oh, and by the way, we're hosting an important gathering at our house soon, so you'll need to prepare properly for that, including the food. None of your usual embarrassing meals. Get ready to make something like gourmet-style cuisine.
Gourmet-style cuisine? I don't think I can manage that. Wouldn't it be better to order from a restaurant?
What? Are you saying you won't listen to my orders?
By the way, what kind of gathering is it?
You don't need to know. I'll tell you later if I feel like it.
Fine.
Hey, do you remember me? I'm so sorry for letting so much time pass without reaching out. I've been so caught up with work. It's been a while.
Of course I remember you. Has it really been 2 years since we last talked? How have you been?
Yes, I've been doing well.
The last time we spoke, was it when I got married?
That's right. You reached out to let me know about your wedding. I was so surprised back then. It felt like I was seeing a grown-up version of you, and it made me genuinely happy. I've wanted to thank you a few times since then, but I kept hesitating, thinking it might be rude.
I see. So it's already been 2 years since I got married. Time really does fly by, but it makes me happy and a little nostalgic that you reached out like this, Gabriel.
Actually, the reason I contacted you this time is because I have some news to share.
Oh? What is it?
I'm getting married.
What? Really? That's such wonderful news. Congratulations.
Thank you. It seems like fate brought us together.
That's amazing. Knowing you, Gabriel, I'm sure your partner is a wonderful person. I'm curious to know more about her, but more than that, I'm truly happy that you're moving forward toward happiness.
To be honest, I really struggled with the thought of whether someone like me should get married. I kept thinking about whether I truly deserve to feel happy.
You're still thinking about my father, aren't you?
Yes, I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for your father. When I think about how, if I hadn't been there, your father might still be alive and well, it pains me deeply. I just can't let go of that thought. Even when I was deciding to get married, it crossed my mind.
Neither my father nor I hold any resentment about that. If anything, I'm proud that my father chose to help you back then. He made the decision to save a life, and he never regretted it. And I believe that seeing you finding happiness like this is something my father is smiling about from heaven right now.
I hope that's true.
Well, let's make this the last time we stay in contact.
What?
At first, we exchanged letters because you were concerned about me.
Back then, you were still in elementary school, and I had no idea what to do. All I could do was express my gratitude through letters.
Now we've been keeping in touch through WhatsApp, but I think it's time to stop that too. We both have families now, and I wouldn't want your wife to misunderstand.
No, that's not something you need to worry about.
You've built a wonderful career and found happiness. That alone is enough for both my father and me.
Is there anything troubling you?
Huh?
If there's anything I can do, please let me know. I want to support you however I can.
Thank you. Just hearing those words means so much to me. Knowing I have someone on my side gives me strength.
I'll do anything for you, so if you ever need help, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you, and I wish you happiness for years to come. Hey, about what we talked about the other day, do you think you can handle it? Of course, no isn't an option, right? Think you can whip up some delicious gourmet-style cuisine? Well, I can manage something simple, but reaching restaurant-level quality might be a bit tough. What are you talking about? This is a once-in-a-lifetime important event for me. I can't have you cutting corners with some cheap workaround. You better deliver something top-notch. That's your job. If you can't, I'll kick you out of this house. What? In that case, wouldn't it be better to hire a professional? Then what's your worth? If you can't follow our orders, there's no reason for us to keep you in this house. You should be grateful we even let someone with such low education stay here as a housekeeper. Why would you say something like that? When Liam and I got engaged and I came to greet the family, you and your parents welcomed me so warmly. It made me so happy and I thought I could do my best in this house. But even Liam said at first that he would protect me, and yet before I knew it, he started siding with you, treating me like I'm just someone to order around. Why did everything change so much? Nothing's changed. You're the one who got your hopes up on your own. That was the plan all along. Excuse me? What do you mean by all along? Do you really think we were being genuinely kind? It was all fake, obviously. We only acted that way to pull you into this house. Did you seriously think we were actually welcoming you? That's ridiculous. Fake? Was that really your intention all along? That's right. My parents are getting old, and I didn't want to deal with housework myself. We considered getting a housekeeper for a while, but then we realized it would be an extra expense. So we figured it'd be better to find someone we could use for free. When I heard you were dating Liam, I thought it was the perfect opportunity. You don't have any parents, and if we made you quit your job, you'd have nowhere else to go, right? Once that happened, you'd have no choice but to obey us. That was our plan from the very beginning. I can't believe this. You were planning my life out like that? It's not so much a plan as realizing you were useful to us. But to say such things about me not having parents? Your parents dying actually worked out well for us. If they were alive, they'd probably try to take you back home or cause all kinds of trouble, right? It's lucky for us that they're gone. Please, don't say things like that. My parents were precious to me. They worked so hard to raise me no matter the struggles. I can't stand hearing them insulted. Oh, are you really that upset? They're gone now, so what's the big deal? No matter how much it bothers you, it doesn't change the reality. Please stop speaking about my father like that. He raised me all by himself and gave me a proper upbringing. But didn't he die when you were in elementary school? What a pathetic life he had, right? My father died saving someone else's life. You can say whatever you want about me, I don't care. But if you insult my father, I will never forgive you. And what if you don't forgive me? What does that even mean? Just so you know, if you get violent or something, you'll be done for. I'm actually marrying a lawyer. A lawyer? You're marrying a lawyer? That's right. And you know what? The upcoming gathering is for introducing my fiancé to my parents. That's why I'm thinking of serving up some fancy gourmet dishes.
Maybe some elegant cuisine or something really special. After all, he's a super elite lawyer from a prestigious university. Oh, and don't worry. I'll be explaining your role to him too during the introduction. I'll let him know you're here to serve as our personal servant.
Stop it. I'm not your slave, and I never agreed to such a thing.
Anyway, quit complaining and just make the gourmet meal I asked for. Got it? If you keep talking back, I'll make sure you regret it.
If you think I'm going to keep obeying you forever, you're sorely mistaken.
Hey, what's going on all of a sudden? I don't get it. Gabriel, what happened? You left without a word and my parents were totally shocked.
Are you kidding me? I never want to see your face again. The wedding is completely off.
What? What are you talking about? We love each other. We decided to get married. You can't just say something like that out of the blue. What happened? At least tell me the reason.
I was shocked. When I visited your family's home, I saw the fancy gourmet meal you prepared. For that, I was initially grateful. But what truly stunned me wasn't the food. It was the moment I saw the woman who brought it out.
Oh, her? That's my brother's wife. Did I not mention her? But honestly, she's completely useless. She's really just meant for doing chores around the house. That's why I told you, didn't I? You can treat her like a servant. She doesn't have a will of her own, so you might as well make good use of her.
Don't be ridiculous. How can you say something so cruel to her? Aren't you ashamed of yourself as a human being? Do you realize what she's had to overcome to be in this place? It's something you really can't comprehend. Calling her a slave is something I will never forgive. Apologize to her right now.
What?
Until you apologize to her, I refuse to have anything to do with you or your family.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? How do you even know her?
Yeah, I met her a long time ago.
What? How could someone as elite as you have ever crossed paths with someone like her, a high school dropout?
Let me tell you, when I was younger, Alice's father saved my life.
Saved your life? What do you mean?
When I was in school, I had this crazy experience where a guy came at me with a knife out of nowhere. Alice's father, who was a police officer at the time, stepped in and protected me. He shielded me from the attacker at the cost of his own life. The attacker was arrested shortly after by another officer, but her father was stabbed in a way that caused fatal injuries. He didn't make it. I survived because of him, but Alice lost her father that day. That experience inspired me to become a lawyer, to help and save others, just like her father did for me. To me, Alice's father is not only my savior, but also a mentor figure. And you? I can't believe you had the nerve to refer to his daughter as a slave. What were you thinking?
I see. So that's how you two know each other.
That's right. Since then, we've stayed in touch from time to time. At first, I was the one sending letters, expressing my gratitude and apologies. Eventually, she started replying to me. When I heard she got married, I was truly happy for her. And now, to find out she's been treated like this, I can't believe it.
All right. I admit we've been a bit cold toward her. I'll apologize for that, so please come back. Don't say you're canceling the wedding.
Enough. No matter what you say, my feelings won't change. First, apologize to her for everything. What happened today and everything up until now. Only after that will we even talk about the wedding.
All right, I understand. I'll apologize to her right now. Please, just give me a second. Hey, what are you going to do about this? Because of you, something completely unexpected happened. What am I supposed to do now?
I'm honestly shocked. I never imagined that your fiancé would turn out to be Gabriel. but I still don't quite understand how things got to this point between you two.
That's the thing. He's absolutely furious, and now he's threatening to call off the wedding entirely. I never thought something so trivial would escalate into this kind of disaster.
Something so trivial, you say? Did he forgive you?
No, not yet. That's why I need your help. Could you please reach out to Gabriel directly and clear up this misunderstanding?
You want me to do that?
Yes. Just tell him that everything that happened was just us joking around. If he hears that from you, I'm sure he'll calm down and understand. You can explain it well, can't you? Just say that we're always teasing each other and laughing like a close-knit family. If you tell him that, he'll definitely get it. I really think that's the best way to fix this, don't you?
I'm sorry. I can't say something like that.
What? What did you just say?
You heard me, Riley.
What? All you have to do is say one simple thing, and this whole problem will be resolved. If it means Gabriel and I can get married without issues, then that's all that matters. What's the problem?
I'm sorry, but I've known Gabriel for a long time, and I know him very well. Because of that, I can't lie to him like this. Betraying him like that is something I can't bring myself to do.
What does knowing Gabriel have to do with this?
Gabriel is like a savior to me. There's no way I could say something that would hurt him. Knowing how much he values honesty and integrity, I can't bring myself to lie. It would betray everything he stands for.
And so what?
Gabriel became a lawyer because he wanted to be like my father. He sacrifices his sleep and works tirelessly to protect the vulnerable. I don't want someone like you to marry him. After years of struggling with the guilt about my father, Gabriel finally found the courage to take the step toward marriage, and I was genuinely happy for him. But you're not the right person for him. Let's be honest. What you're really after is the status of being a lawyer's wife and his income, isn't it?
Of course it is. What's wrong with that? He's just some boring guy who only has his seriousness going for him. What else is there to want from him?
That's not true. Gabriel has so many wonderful qualities.
Oh, really? So you're betraying me now?
I'm not betraying you. I'm simply saying that I can't lie to Gabriel. He's like a savior to me as well. Do you know how much his words have helped me through tough times? So please, take responsibility for earning back Gabriel's trust on your own. I won't help you.
You've got to be kidding me. What are you going to do if I can't get married because of you?
I won't do anything. Everything is your own responsibility.
Fine. You've brought this on yourself. From now on, I'll make your life a living hell. I'll push you so far you won't even be able to live with a sane mind.
Say what you want, but my decision won't change.
Hey, you're such a useless slob. How long are you planning to laze around? Where are you and what are you doing? It's already dinner time. Get back here and cook.
Excuse me? Why should I?
Why? Are you kidding me? We're starving here and it's making me irritated. It's your job as someone we treat like a housekeeper to keep us fed. That's the whole reason you're in this house. So get back here and make us dinner. Besides, I'm already stressed out because the wedding might be called off. You should be thoughtful enough to realize that and start helping without being told. Otherwise, you're completely useless. Anyway, cut the excuses and get back here right now.
There's no need for me to return to your house anymore.
Excuse me? What kind of nonsense are you spouting? You've got to be joking.
No, I'm serious. I've left the divorce papers in my room. Please let Liam know to file them. That will resolve everything. I'm done putting up with your unreasonable behavior, so I'll be leaving your house for good.
What is this? Are you seriously thinking about this? How do you plan to survive on your own if you leave this house?
I'm not willing to endure this any longer. I've put up with unbearable days for far too long. I've no intention of continuing a life filled with insults and unreasonable treatment. No matter how big of a decision this is, I won't hesitate anymore.
What are you talking about? Fine, go ahead and leave, but where will you live? What can you even do?
I've already found a job.
Oh, I'm sure it's just some pathetic part-time gig, right?
No, I've been offered a position as a secretary at a law firm.
A law firm?
That's right, at Gabriel's law firm.
What?
Gabriel has always been kind and told me to reach out if I ever needed help. Until now, I hesitated because I didn't want to impose or seem like I was taking advantage of his generosity. But this time, I decided to rely on him. I told him about the divorce, leaving the house, and asked for advice about what to do next. And as a result, he offered me a position at his firm. Now I'll be able to live independently.
No way!
With this, I can finally cut ties with all of you. From now on, you'll have to take care of the household chores yourselves.
Wait, are you really serious about getting a divorce and leaving this house?
Of course, my decision is final.
Fine, whatever. It's not like you were anything more than a servant anyway. You being here or not doesn't make a difference.
I see. In that case, please inform Liam about the divorce as well.
Hey, Alice! You've got to be kidding me! I can't believe what you've done! What is the meaning of this?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Why am I being sued by you?
Ah, so you've received the complaint then. A court date will be scheduled soon, so please make sure you're prepared.
You've got to be kidding me! What did I even do to deserve this? I took care of you and let you live under my roof.
While I was living with my in-laws, you constantly harassed and tormented me, didn't you? As a result, I suffered significant emotional distress, so I'm filing a claim for damages to compensate for it.
I didn't do anything like that.
Actually, I've been keeping a diary, and I've documented every cruel remark and action you directed at me. When I showed it to Gabriel, he said it could be used as evidence of harassment.
What? You really kept a record of all that?
Yes. I've always had a habit of writing everything down in my diary. It just so happens that this time, it became crucial evidence. I have detailed records of every word and action from you. When Gabriel saw it, he told me I have every right to pursue compensation for the emotional damage I suffered.
This can't be happening. There's no way I can afford to pay damages. It would ruin my life. Why are you doing this?
That's not my concern. I'm simply making a rightful claim against you. Considering everything you've done to me, don't you think this is only fair?
Please, I'm begging you, drop the lawsuit. Yes, we've had our issues, but we lived under the same roof as family. Can't you show me a little compassion?
Being family doesn't mean you're free to do whatever you want without consequences. It seems you've misunderstood that.
Fine, but because of all this, I've lost my fiancé. My relationship with you is broken and I have no idea how to move forward from here.
That's something you'll have to figure out for yourself. It's no longer my concern.
How can you be so cold?
It's not about being cold. The reason I've resolved to take this step is simple. Because you insulted my father. You may never understand how much he was respected, but I can never forgive you for the way you belittled him.
You think you can get away with this without consequences?
And what exactly are you planning to do? Surely you're not thinking of resorting to violence, are you?
If you keep pushing your luck, I'll show you what I'm capable of when it comes down to it.
I wouldn't recommend that. I have Gabriel on my side, someone I can rely on. If you try anything reckless, everything will come to an end for you right then and there.
Just you wait!
Feel free to try. I'm not afraid of anything anymore.
Still, I never thought someone like you could go this far.
I didn't think I'd go this far either. But enduring all those unreasonable days taught me what I need to do now. From here on, I won't sacrifice myself for anyone else's sake. Goodbye, Riley. I won my lawsuit, and now Riley has to cough up a hefty sum in damages. Though she refused to acknowledge her wrongdoing until the very end, she had no choice but to remain silent when the evidence was presented in court. Lacking the financial means to pay, she ended up selling off her designer goods and luxury items to cover the compensation. As for the household I left behind, without me, the entire structure of chores and responsibilities fell apart. Riley and Liam spent their days blaming each other for the chaos. On top of everything, Riley, who was really cocky and always showing off, had her nasty treatment of me laid bare for the neighbors to see, and now she's totally isolated. Her previously lavish lifestyle was no longer sustainable, and I heard that neighbors often gossip about her behind her back. It's even said that people laugh when they see Riley shopping in the local stores. As for me, I've been liberated from that toxic household and am now living a peaceful and fulfilling life. I don't think Riley will ever understand the pain and unfairness I experienced, but I firmly believe that people like her must be held accountable for their actions. I've learned to treasure my own life, and with my father's teachings always in my heart, I aim to become someone who can help others in their time of need.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.